You're here once again, and let's guess, Haikyuu. After the team having a little bit of miscommunication, maybe feelings and anger getting a hold of them, and yet easily resolved. Some people can aim so high that it seems almost obnoxious, but remember, they're just trying for the best of the team, the best for them all to get them through. And that way, no one slacks, no one gets comfortable in where they are, and all will try and get a bit further ahead. But how? With the coronation of the king once more, who's going to be there by his side? And is this rule going to be more just? I guess we need to find out. Let's get one more episode down of Haikyuu. Yep. And with Date Tech being able to actually block so much more now. Reading their plays quite well. Although crashing into your own teammates once in a while. Apparently his attention being so intent on the everyone's got to look out. Try not to stand out too much. The usual kind of high-flying star decoy not being able to be utilized all too well. The fact that Date are trying so hard, mainly because, well, it's the team that knocked them out before, but they've got a lot to prove. They've been practicing and learning and getting to this point. Got to show their rivals, friends, exactly where they are now. I do love that you can pick out the various characters of our team and know that some are naturally gifted, others are just fast, some are well-rounded, not excelling at anything, but reliable. Why is he not? Play to the team, get everyone confused for a split second if they're hang on, we won. Oh, what? How is that possible? Seal. I see, the seal walk. I don't know if it's sad to say, but I've done that out of just because it would be fun. So, if they're looking out for it and knowing what to pay attention to, make them falter for a split second, gets it through. I think it's because they've come up against it, because they know kind of their abilities, their tactics, and trying to come up against it. That's why he's shining so much. He seems almost, emphatic about the fact that the tables might be turning on them, but still. His face looks slightly off there. The fact that Hinata is actually seeing things like this, even without the coach kind of butting in saying it. It once unexpected, an attack like that would be terrifying. As you can't rely on it anymore. Especially with the skill ceiling increasing so massively. The thing is, Hinata has been... His whole thing is just playing more volleyball, whether or not he's the centre star, although he would like that, but it isn't the main aim. Keep growing. What are they playing at? Why is he not coming? He is still such a force to be reckoned with. If they're reading it that much and still having to make sure he's not doing anything funny. It's the fact they're not trying to do anything new. That's what's getting to them. Dash to it. And when you need it, the fast is there. Know when to utilize their skills and efforts. If you're blending in, as it says, as soon as you start to actually manage to process the fact that he's making his way up, he's already there. Get it to him no matter what. An attack from the shadows. Relatively small, but vicious fangs. She is... speaking up for herself there. The point might not know, but the effects of it. And that in itself is kind of good. Rather than reading it. start to hesitate on what they're doing themselves. Quiet, Yamaguchi. This is his time to sound smug and smart about what's going on. One thing that I really appreciate is that no one's thinking of things like in their own respect. They aren't saying about what they are doing. It's more the team at large, what they can do to help it all run. Is he exhausted? Yeah, because that will help with everything. Go and stretch. Is it because he didn't realize quite what he was going through right then? That you do. The fact that he just couldn't read in there has been a big step. He leveled up quite a lot there. No matter who you are, there's always going to be a failed serve somewhere. They've got nothing better to do with their lives. I think he's trying to say something. If they didn't want to be there, if they didn't want to be on the court, oh, give some others the chance. Huh. Can't give everything away, even if it is a chance for Yamaguchi. Ah, he's like that, is he? Yep, definitely. Those. The less you want to be seen, sometimes the more obvious you are. That was quite the reaction. But it just means that it's now open for another attempt. The fact he is now stepping forward. Yes, if the ball was going to him. Oh, back row attack from the ace. Done. That's what it's meant to. Rather than always just trying to go for it, noticing the players, their reaction to him. He's getting dangerous. There's much more than what he was before. What you could, he could see the ball at the precipice of the jump. Now he's seeing the rest of the court. His eyes are wide open. I love it. Even though it did help out, you don't need to claim victory there. And this time, he is so much more sure of himself. Yeah, you always want to see them struggle sometimes, but see him overcome everything. He's not that timid boy anymore. There's quite a few scenes and moments in this which I would say would be quite good thumbnails, but it's so difficult to choose now. Is it just part of it, part of the game? It does finger exercises. More restrictive. It's like coating of sweat or oil. That won't do. I'm sure he will, but yeah, actual perseverance in that. Hmm? $2 centimeters more. The fact that just a few centimeters is all it takes, and yet, we're going now. Don't ignore us. Taking their banner with them. The third years that stayed, and those that no longer have a time on the court. Trauma is not easy to get away with. No matter what you think of someone, there's always the other side of it. I love the different ways they're all interacting and seeing this entire process. Was that aimed at anyone in particular? Didn't take long, did it? Go on, you're the one that's had to practice. Come on. You misjudged it. Dead. So I'm burying him now. Now. Straight up. The receiving is something that I do want to see them do a lot. Kill the ball. I mean, if he is struggling to do it a little, if he's not being able to reach them or grab them, it's just something that he needs to pick up, isn't it? He's not going to fall behind anyone else. He wants to be there, but he's terrified of what would happen. Have a little bit of confidence there. Like that's the goal that he set for him. Good, good determination. You can't just give up like that, though. If everyone else is putting in the effort, Yamaguchi's got to do too. Does that mean we're going to... Ah. Careful with the mountain pass. One of each type of ball. Yeah, it kind of defeats the point. Telling a member of his family that they can't do something. If there's the same attitude. Seems like a lot of effort, though. Close. I really want him to screw up now. The whole point is to keep it running, keep it going. Seeing him succeed like that. And the fact he seems to be having fun there. How, times have changed, huh? No matter how many times you say it. Little attitude, little perspective. Shift in that, and there you go. And if it's so evident to someone like his sister... There are aspects of Haikyuu where it does kind of zone in on home on a particular player or moment, but these bits here, which is most of the team getting their fair share, and the input, upgrade, everything they're going through all at once. The games coming forward are going to be one hell of a spectacle. Oh, an after credit little scene. You could say that. Might make it in time. There's only so much that there's only so much that I should say, can pick out of a certain episode, but when we've got everything that's kind of been set up in place, Hinata's changing his perspective, his viewpoint, his ability to see, being forced to not be on the court, be had to learn by viewing the others. By having that step back is actually allowing him to see so much more. And not only that, but because of his new approach to it, the other members of the team are also picking up on things, are also seeing what can be done, especially with Kageyama's outburst. So all it takes is a little shake-up, and they all get a step ahead or two. And with Yamaguchi practically clawing his face off, trying to get back on the court for the pinch serve. Seeing him actually put into practice what he's been wanting to show is going to be so cathartic once we actually get it, if it works out. The future games, the future teams that we'll be facing, the ones that may or may not have been at the Olympic training session, the ones who has pushed Kageyama to this point where he is not letting anyone take the easy road. He's seen what's out there, for God's sake. And one thing that I do really appreciate is seeing the characters that we don't get a lot of, the ones that are on the bench a lot, the ones that are kind of pulled in when the other players are suffering or injured, but now actually pushing ahead themselves rather than just being there. Or maybe I just haven't been paying them that much attention. But unpredictability is one thing that Kurosano really kind of excel at. If being able to make a team like Date Tech really second-guess themselves with their blocking, what can they do with the other teams that haven't quite come up against them and knows what they're up against? Maybe that kind of refreshing, don't know what it is, would actually help them. And get to fall into pit traps and the like. I do want to see more of the little off moments, though, like with Hinata practicing at his house, or Yamaguchi sitting on the outside in the cold, being like, I can't give up. I need to do better. I need to make sure that I'm not overtaken. The interactions off of the court are quite just as important as those on it. So really, I don't want to spend a single moment away. Unfortunately, there's an entire week before the next video goes up, so damn it. But if you're enjoying this one, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below, consider subscribing. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest, so I can see you in the next one.